is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for live coverage of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live is also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Hers Incorporated, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hometown Construction, Free State Realty, Absolute Painting, Gherkin Rental, Watco, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Maley & Sons Construction, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, The Maple Weekly, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening, folks, and welcome inside Liston Stadium in Baldwin City, Kansas, where tonight the Baldwin Bulldogs kick off the home half of their 2023 football season with a visit from the Ottawa Cyclones. Both teams will be looking to bounce back from opening night losses a week ago. Ottawa will be looking to replicate the recent success they've had against the Dogs. They've beaten Baldwin the last 4 years they played. Hi, everyone. I'm Ryan Hillman, and I welcome you into the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Baldwin ran into a really good football team a week ago in Eudora, got beat 48-7, but hoping that isn't going to be a result that'll define how the rest of the season turns out. The Cyclones, on the other hand, they're another really good football team, but they run a lot of a spread offense like Baldwin does. They don't really run that flex bone offense like Eudora did, and Eudora had a lot of really big, fast athletes, and Baldwin ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw last week. Bulldogs, though, they're going to have a chance to throw that out the window, come out and play some good football tonight, see what happens. As for the Cyclones from Ottawa, they come in off a tough loss at home to Atchison, 48-42 last week, in what turned out to be a really wild game. Obviously, lots of points scored. Each team had 14 offensive possessions. Cyclones took the opening kickoff of the year back for a touchdown for the second straight year. That's quite the streak they got going on there. And they caused 3 turnovers defensively, but they gave up 5 passing touchdowns to Atchison, and they were torched through the air at times. So maybe Baldwin can look at that and get some good passing yards in this one tonight. So one of these teams will be walking away tonight with their first victory of the year. After tonight, we're just getting underway here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Don't go anywhere. We got all set. We're getting you all set for the Baldwin Bulldogs home opener against the Ottawa Cyclones. It's all coming up next here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call $93.29 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back. The pregame show brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business, money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For 131 years, they've helped serve our community, so go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. Time now to take a look at the Bulldogs coming into play. They are 0-1. They went 3-6 last year. They're coached by Bob Lisher, his third year. He's 4-15 overall. I'd like to give a little bit of a shout-out to Coach Lisher. That playoff game in the previous season, that one they played at Hayden, that was his 250th overall game as a head coach. Of course, he previously was the head coach at Lawrence Free State High School for 22 years. Had a lot of success there, 7 state semifinals, 5 league titles. Finished 1-7 his first year at Baldwin, 3-6 last year. So they showed some improvement. And week one, they ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw at Eudora. Lost that game 48-7. Eudora scored touchdowns on 7 of their 9 offensive drives. They had a steady running attack out of that flex bone, old school, just run the option at you offense. They wore Baldwin down 344 rushing yards. Baldwin didn't have any tackles for loss, and Eudora was just able to get a steady 3 to 7 yards every single play. Up the middle, they were pretty staunch, but around the edge, that's where Eudora, the Cardinals, were able to exploit them, get some big chunk gains around the outside, and they also hit them off play action a couple times. Offensively, though, Baldwin had one good drive in each half. The second drive of the first half, they drove the ball all the way down. They actually got the ball in the end zone, but it was called back for a holding and ended up not getting any points on that drive. The second drive of the second half as well, they had a long 40-yard completion from Harvey to Ryder Nye. That was the longest play of the game for the Bulldogs in game number one. That set up a 6-yard touchdown run by Harvey. That was the only points of the game for Baldwin. And coming in to tonight, they're going to have to stop the running attack for Ottawa. Look at the stats from Eudora. They gave up 524 yards. 344 of those were on the ground in week one. And take a look at last year at Ottawa. They gave up a season-high 68 points, a game that Ottawa won 68-20 last year, and they had 483 yards, all of them on the ground. They had zero passing yards, 483 rushing yards. That was the most that Baldwin gave up all year last year, so it's going to be key number one tonight is stop the run and see if you can't have some longer possessions offensively. We're going to take a break here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. We'll come back and take a look at the Ottawa Cyclones and how they're looking coming into this one. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back here to Baldwin City on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show, getting you set for the home opener for the Bulldogs as they welcome the Ottawa Cyclones to town. We'll take a look at Ottawa. They're coming in 0-1 as well, just like Baldwin. Somebody's going to walk away tonight with their first victory of the year. Their head coach is Walt Alexander. This is his third year. He's 4-14 overall. He had more than 30 years of head coaching experience across Kansas at Hill City, Belleville, Atchison County, and most recently Topeka High before coming to Ottawa. Both he and Baldwin's head coach Bob Lischer recently, they spent a year as assistant coaches at William Chrisman High School in Independence, Missouri, so they actually worked together not too long ago, both head coaches in this matchup. But in terms of Ottawa, they lost 48-42 at home to Atchison last week. It was a pretty wild game, as I mentioned in the open a little bit there. Ottawa, they took the opening kickoff of the game back to the house. They got each team, like I mentioned, 14 offensive possessions. It was Nate Sims, the dynamic sophomore. He's just a sophomore, but look out for number 4, Nate Sims. He took that kick return to the house, caught 2 touchdown passes as well from the senior quarterback, number 1, Zeeton Vink. He's also a pretty good player himself. He's got a big cannon arm. Cyclones, though, they gave up 5 passing touchdowns, 1 on the ground, and they also had some mistakes. They threw a 100-yard pick six to Atchison. They had a chance to score a touchdown, and instead it got picked off and ran all the way back. Atchison, though, they kept them in the game a little bit. They had a lot of penalties, and they turned it over late, let Ottawa come back into the game. They cut it 48-42 with just 5 minutes left, and Atchison, they got the possession just under 5 minutes and were able to run the clock out, come away with that 6-point victory. But Ottawa, they were pretty impressive offensively, scoring the 42 points. Primarily on offense, they're going to be a spread scheme. They're similar to Baldwin in that. I'm going to try to spread you out. They'll have an H-back, a running back usually out of a shotgun next to Vink. Dante Sylvie, the number 11, he's going to be their main running back threat on the ground. But Sims, you got to watch him, number 4. He will play receiver, and then he'll also come back into the backfield as well, and they'll give it to him for some carries as well. And Vink, he can pull it down when he needs to. He's a dual threat. Like I said, he's got a cannon of an arm, so he's going to probably take a lot of deep shots off some play action, although, as I mentioned earlier, last year they had 0 passing yards. They just pounded Baldwin on the ground all night long. So we'll see what happens tonight. We're going to pause here for the national anthem, take another break, and we'll be right back on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Don't go anywhere.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner-broker Steve Pittman, Associate Broker Kim Bergen, Realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and Realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups for each team. We'll start off with the Baldwin offense and the Ottawa defense. You see them up on the screen there. Big news before this game, though. The starting running back for Baldwin, Cody Buck, will not be playing tonight. I think he picked up an injury in practice earlier this week, and so starting a running back, as you see right there, is going to be a freshman, number 24, Creighton Frost. He is a 5'10", 225-pound freshman. And number 15, Landry Quick, he's also going to get some carries. He's another freshman, so chance for a couple of youngsters to get some carries tonight out of the backfield. You see on the other side there, Ottawa, they're mainly a 3-4 type defense, 4 linebackers, 4 defensive backs back there. We'll flip this around for you, show you the Ottawa offense and the Baldwin defense. I've left that safety position where Buck usually plays. I've left that vacant. I'm not really sure who's going to be starting at safety. I guess we'll all find out together. That's one of the areas, the defensive backfield for Baldwin, that was maybe a bit of a concern coming in. Their front seven's pretty strong, but a couple of newcomers, a couple of youngsters. Number 25, Tucker Flory, he's a freshman on the back end there at safety, and Jack Harvey, he played safety last year. He's moving up to linebacker this year, as we saw in week 1. So defensive backfield, they're going to have to be good tonight, but number one key, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to have to stop the run. Ottawa, they like to run it first and foremost, and if you show you can't stop that, then they're just going to continue to run the ball right down your throat. Here come the Bulldogs, and we're going to take one more break here, get you set for the opening kickoff of this home opener for the Bulldogs. It's Ottawa at Baldwin coming up next.
Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back in here to Baldwin, getting you all set for the opening kickoff now. Baldwin hosting the Ottawa Cyclones. Should tell you, opening kickoff brought to you by Baldwin City Recreation Commission. The Summer Concert Movie Series presents the Down and Dirty Trio live concert coming up Saturday, September 9th at Sullivan Square starting at 7 p.m. Concerts followed by a showing of We Are Marshall around 8:45. Free concert, free movie. Come on out. Join BCRC for their Summer Concert Movie Series on Saturday, September 9th at Sullivan Square. So here we go. Baldwin won the toss. They chose to receive. Getting it started here with a squib kick is Ottawa. It's going to be taken by one of the up men, Landry Quick, I believe. He'll be taken down just shy of the 40-yard line. About the 38 is where Baldwin will start their first possession offensively. Baldwin had 7 points in week one at Eudora. 154 yards, 106 of those on the ground, 48 through the air. I'll tell you about some of the keys to the game tonight that I think Baldwin are going to have to execute coming up here during this first drive. But for now, we'll start in the shotgun, spread them out. Harvey has Creighton Frost, I should say. The freshman gets the first carry of the game, rumbles out for about gain of 3 yards. Frost had 3 carries for 3 yards last week, but as I mentioned in the open, Cody Buck, who had 6 carries for 21 yards, he's not playing. That's going to be a detriment on both sides of the ball for Baldwin. Harvey's going to keep it this time. He's going to get stacked up by Ottawa and pretty much that whole defensive line there. No movement backwards. They're going to give Harvey maybe a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Harvey was 3 of 10 through the air a week ago. He had 12 carries for 62 yards and a touchdown. It was their first 3rd and long of the game. It's a speed option, and Harvey's going to get hit immediately behind the line, and this will be a tackle for a loss. Looked like it was Tommy Evans, the big 6'2", 265 senior in there first to wrangle down Harvey. Parker Gouge, the number 16, the senior leader on this defense. Last year, he was averaging 20 tackles a game in the first 3 games of the year, and then he ended up getting injured and didn't play the rest of the year. So Ottawa, they're really happy to have Gouge back. Here we go, Baldwin, 4th down and 7. They're going to line up to go for this thing. They get Ottawa to jump off sides on the hard count, and that's going to make things a little bit easier. A couple of Cyclones jump through the neutral zone. First penalty of the game for either team. We'll move this thing up, and it'll be 4th down and 2. Glad you're with us here. Home opener for the Bulldogs. These two teams have met for 20 straight years now. That's how far I went back, at least. Baldwin leads the series 11-8 since 04. They got trips near side. Harvey in the shotgun, need 2 for a first down. They'll run speed option again. A late pitch is not a good decision. That's going to end up being a fumble, and it's going to be recovered by the Cyclones. And that is number 5, Aiden McCullough, one of the safeties, up 6'3" sophomore, and he makes the recovery. So either way, Ottawa was going to get the football. It didn't look like that play was going to develop into a first down. So a turnover, I guess it'll go as a fumble instead of a turnover on downs. Officials are kind of meeting at midfield here, but either way, like I said, it's going to be Ottawa football. Take a quick look at those keys to the game. I promised you, and one of them having longer possessions. We already have seen that. That wasn't the case here. First series and out for Baldwin. Number 2, you got to know where number 4 is at. Nate Sims, I talked about the sophomore. He's very dynamic, and he's going to line up at receiver. He'll line up in the backfield. He'll get some carries, and that was number 11 right there, Dante Sylvie. He's the main running back for Ottawa. He's a 5'11 junior. Had a couple of rushing touchdowns a week ago. There you see Sims in the slot up top, number 4. Got a couple big 6'2 receivers as well, 6'2 and 6'3, as this run up the middle is going to be stopped for gain of a couple. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Davidson and O'Connor both in there on the stop. So a 3rd down and 2 for Ottawa. Their quarterback is 5'10 senior Zeton Vink. Hands it off, and it looks like, well, it's going to be really close. I think, yeah, they're going to mark it as 4th down. Only got back to about the line. It looked like it was a nice job by the interior of that Bulldog defense. It'll be 4th down and 2. Cyclones will spread them out again. Vink has Sylvie behind him in the pistol. Now he looks to the sideline, maybe changing the play up. Now Sylvie will offset to his right. He'll fake the handoff. Vink is going to be very close to a 1st down. I think that official on the far side might even have it enough for the 1st down. Davidson was there to make the stop, and White Hat signals 1st down. Last week, Zeton Vink, 2 passing touchdowns and a touchdown on the ground. He'll take some deep shots. He had a 64-yard pass to Sims, but with those shots, he also had 2 interceptions. One of those, that pick 6 in the end zone. Here he is to throw for the first time. Vink's going long, and that's going to be a pass interference call. He was intended for that dynamic playmaker, Nate Sims. It looks like on the back end, Baldwin's going to get caught with a pass interference. Looking like it's going to be the first penalty against Baldwin. Last week they had only 2 penalties, did a pretty good job there, both on the offensive end. That 3rd key to the game was limiting penalties and turnovers. They turned it over once on a Jack Harvey interception. They've already turned it over once here tonight. Officials having a discussion here, though. Not sure, trying to confirm whether or not that's going to be interference or not. Oh, wow. This is actually their initial indications, a personal foul face mask on Ottawa. Where that flag got thrown, I was honestly just writing it off as a defensive pass interference, but everybody's marching backwards here. It's actually going to be the 2nd penalty of the game for Ottawa. So Sims, he must have kind of grabbed the face mask of one of the Baldwin defensive backs and yanked it as they were battling for the football. So here we go. Ottawa's going to set up trips near side. Vink's going to take the snap, give it off to his running back, Sylvie. He's coming near side and gets run out of bounds. Coming up to make that play was Casey Hamrick, along with Tucker Flory was out here. So that defensive backfield, left to right, that's Capel. Looks like Tucker Flory, Casey Hamrick. I'll have to get you the last one. Here's Vink. He's rolling to his right. He's got a man wide open. That's number 28, Knapp. He breaks a tackle, and he's got running room at the 10. He finally dragged down at the 10-yard line. That is a big play. That's the H-back. He'll play kind of that wing position. Chaden Knapp, 5'11", sophomore. Mainly kind of a blocking guy, but he leaks out that time. It's a nice gain. It'll be first and goal from the 10-yard line. As Ryder Nye was the other defensive back out there in place of Cody Buck, who's out tonight. As Vink takes the snap, gives it off to Sylvie, and he'll be stacked up. Maybe gets about a yard. Ian Bryan in there on the tackle, along with Jake Van Horn. Dylan Williams in there as well. Ottawa, they won this matchup 68-20 a year ago. They are marching their first possession of the game down the field here. Vink's in the shotgun. He's going to roll left side. He's looking for a man. Now he's going to throw it to him. That's Cole McGrath. Big 6'2 receiver, number 15. Off his hands, incomplete. Pretty good coverage that time. It's Casey Hamrick on the coverage. Another beautiful night for football here. Mentioned it last week's broadcast. We had beautiful weather every single game last year, and we're starting out, knock on wood, on a good note this year. First couple games, perfect. Not a cloud in the sky. Probably about 80 degrees by now. Good night for football. Here's Knapp. He's going in motion right to left. Vink's in the shotgun. He's got Sylvie. He'll play fake to Sylvie, and he's looking for Knapp in the end zone. It was a deflected by the Bulldogs and drops to the ground, incomplete. I think that was Ian Bryan dropping back in coverage. That's a nice play by the 5'11 sophomore. So 4th down and 10. Let's see what Ottawa elects to do. It looks like they're sending out their kicker, number 10, Jasu Navarro. It's 5'7 senior. He was 6 of 6 in extra points against Atchison. Didn't attempt a field goal, and here's his first field goal attempt of the year. The holder will be Zeton Vink. It's going to be about a 26-yarder, and it is up and good. So Ottawa on the board first, 3-0 here. They lead it. You're watching Bulldog football, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Back here in Baldwin, the visitors, the Cyclones, get on the board first 3-0 with a 26-yard field goal from Navarro. Navarro now kicks it away. One of the upbacks, Frost, he was going to have to take it. Now it's going to be fielded by the return man, Ethan Williams, and he gets clobbered at the 26-yard line by a couple of Cyclones. And so Baldwin, they're going to start their second possession offensively. The first one, they only had 4 plays. It would have been a turnover on downs, but I think it went down as a fumble on an option play that Ottawa recovered. Either way, they would have taken over. I don't think they were going to get the first down. So we'll see how possession number 2 starts here is their senior leader, quarterback Jack Harvey. Leads them out onto the field. No Cody Buck tonight. That's Creighton Frost in the backfield, the freshman. Creighton's going to get the carry, and he's going to lower his shoulder and try to get the couple. Gets dragged down that time by Tommy Evans, big 6'2" junior. Last year in the game at Ottawa, the Bulldogs had 13 plays over 10 yards, 5 for 20 plus. So they were pretty explosive offensively, but however had the 5 turnovers that really allowed Ottawa to get out to an early lead. Don't remember exactly, but I think they got 2 or 3 touchdowns just right off the bat within the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game. And when you let a team do that, it's hard to come from behind. Harvey's going to keep this one. He'll be stacked up immediately, though. It's Colin Harris on the tackle, number 53. Aiden McCullough was there as well. And yet another third down along here, second straight possession. They had 3rd and 7 last possession, now 3rd and 10. Let's see if Baldwin keeps it on the ground or attempt their first pass of the game. O'Connor's the wing on the left side. Got 3 wide receivers. Now Ethan Williams will come in jet sweep motion. He'll fake it to him. Harvey's going to take it himself, and he'll get about 3, maybe 4 yards. Cut that in half, and we'll see now at 4th and about 5 if Baldwin's going to go for it. It looks like the punt team's trotting out there. Looks like Baldwin's second possession will be a 3 and out. Jack Harvey back to punt this thing away. Nate Sims, the return man. You got to be careful. Don't punt it to him. And they don't. They keep it away from him. And it's a pretty good Baldwin bounce as it was heading out of bounds at the, say, 33-yard line. It's where Ottawa will take over their second possession. Give me a chance to tell you the Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, a one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres, located within a quarter mile of the Baldwin City limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. Appreciate Hayden Outdoors being on board with us for another year here on Baldwin Sports Live. Ottawa starting their second possession here. They're going to set up a screen back to the running back, Dante Sylvie. He's got acres of space out here, and he's got a couple of lead blockers out in front of him. Sylvie's going to get tripped up by Flory. Tristan Capel was also back there, but maybe a touchdown-saving tackle by the freshman Flory. That was a pretty well-executed screen pass. Let that D-line attack Vink, and he just tossed it right over their head. And Sylvie had McCullough and a couple others, McGrath, number 15, out in front. So fresh set of downs here for the Cyclones. They'll give it right back to Sylvie, and he's going to get out for a gain of about 4. First quarter rolling right along. This is the second possession for the Cyclones. Both teams have had two now. Vink's going to send Sims in motion on a jet sweep. He'll fake it to him, but Vink's going to keep it himself up the middle. He had a ton of running room and doesn't get tackled until about the 11-yard line. Another fresh set of downs for the Cyclones. Brett Davidson dragged him down. Davidson had 6 tackles a week ago. That's his second leading tackler on the team. Jake Van Horn had 7. Baldwin going to have to try to get another goal line stand here. Not the goal line yet, a red zone stand. Forced them to kick a field goal. Their first possession. Now fresh set of downs from the 11. Here they hand it off to Sylvie, and he gets smacked down immediately. I believe that's Jake Van Horn that came in there and laid the wood. Van Horn's a big boy, 6'4", 245 junior. If you run through his gap, you better be coming with bad intentions. It's Nye running off the field late. Like Gunnar Reichard replacing him in the defensive backfield. Trips up top. That's the way Vink's rolling. He's going to try to find Knapp, his H-back, but just out of his reach, incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Baldwin doing a nice job once again in the red zone defensively. Here we go, 3rd down and 10, a big play here defensively for Baldwin. See if they can't hold him to another field goal. Vink's going to look to throw for McGrath. Big wide receiver target. He's got it, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown. That's Vink to McGrath. First touchdown of the game for either team, and it's 9-0 Ottawa. They got that one-on-one matchup they wanted on the outside. And like I mentioned earlier, McGrath, he's a big guy, 6'2", 160 junior. A lot of the focus, obviously, is going to be on Nate Sims, and cannot forget about McGrath and McCullough. McCullough's also 6'3". So Navarro on for the extra point. That is up and good. It's 10-0 Ottawa. They lead it here. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back to Liston Stadium here in Baldwin City. Bulldogs trail it early, 10-0. The Cyclones have scored on both of their opening possessions. A 26-yard field goal and then an 11-yard touchdown pass from Vink to McGrath. It's got them on top, 10-0. See if Baldwin can respond. It's going to be Navarro to kick it away. Got Ethan Williams, Ryder Nye. Back to receive. Navarro kicks it off, and that's going to be Casey Hamrick that takes it, and he's going to be driven back and down hard. Baldwin's going to start their third possession just shy of the 30-yard line. maybe right at the 30. Out trots Jack Harvey. At some point, I just think they're going to have to open things up here and let him throw it. It's one of the things we talked about coming into last week was losing Grossner, losing Darnell. They combined for almost 60 catches. They had 59 catches in between them. So replacing them was going to be a big key here in this one. I think Ottawa has just taken their first timeout of the game. Give me a chance to tell you about one of our great sponsors, Baldwin Sports Live, brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing, a family-owned company right here in Baldwin City that services many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. With state-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment that offers excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career. Find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com. Ottawa took a timeout defensively there. Didn't like what they saw. So Baldwin's going to get a chance to regroup before they start this third possession. 4 plays and a fumble, 3 plays and a punt. So far, haven't gotten a first down. Harvey's going to fake the snap and throw it for the first time. Going to go to his tight end, was the intended target. Brendan O'Connor, the 6'1 sophomore. That falls incomplete. O'Connor wearing that number 88 from last year. Sam Darnell donned. Baldwin's season high in points last year was 49. That came week 4 against Santa Fe Trail. That's when things really started to take off for them, kind of that week 3, week 4 area last year. Trying to accelerate that this year. Harvey's going to fake the handoff, and this play's be blown dead. Official's going to talk about it. There's a flag that was thrown in the around the linebacker area. I missed the indication, but they're moving this 5 yards back on Baldwin. So that's Bulldogs' first penalty of the game. As I mentioned earlier, they only had 2 a week ago. It's pretty good in that category. And that last play, the first time that Baldwin's gone to the air, trusted Harvey's arm. I think that they're going to have to do that tonight, though, if they want to stay in this ball game. Got to hit some big chunk plays. This time Frost will take the handoff and gets out about 3 yards over the left side. Going to bring up 3rd down and 12. Final 50 seconds in this first quarter. So Baldwin's going to have a little bit of a tighter spread formation this time, still out of the shotgun. Harvey's going to roll right. He's going to find his target. It's going to be short of the first down, but that's Ryder Nye with the catch. Nye had that 40-yard catch. That was by far the longest play of the game last week at Eudora. We'll see what Coach Lisher decides here. It's going to be 4th down and 3. Looks like Harvey wants to go for it. It's going to be end of the first quarter. Either way, they're going to have a chance to talk about it. We'll flip ends. You're watching Bulldog football here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Welcome back here. Baldwin elected to punt this one. I was muffed a little bit on the return there. Nate Sims able to corral it, however. It was a bit of a decision that time. 4th down and 3. Baldwin thought about going for it, I'm sure, but ended up punting it away for the second straight possession. Give Ottawa their 3rd offensive possession of the game. They've scored each of the first 2. Field goal and a touchdown. Here's Vink. He's going to throw it, take a shot deep. He's looking for McCullough. He's got to haul it in at the 50-yard line and be right across midfield. It's a big gain for Ottawa. It's one of the big receivers, a weapon for Vink. Aiden McCullough. He's a 6'3", 190-pound sophomore. He did not play football last year. He was hurt, but he played basketball, and he's here this year making a difference. Got some playmakers on the outside. There's Nate Sims, the dynamic sophomore. He carries it left side. He'll get about 7, maybe 8. Good first down gain for Sims. Bring up a 2nd down, 4 yards to go. Sylvie's going to be in the pistol behind Vink. They'll spread it out, 3 receivers and a wing and Knapp. Sylvie will take the carry, run up the middle. He's going to have enough for a first down. Oh, some late activity there, some pushing and shoving. Brett Davidson gets tangled up with, looked like Colin Harris, number 53, and they each went to the ground well after the play was over. Now the officials are going to huddle up and talk about it. Interesting to see if they throw a late flag here. I don't think they are. Nope, just going to move the chains up, so a fresh set of downs coming up for the Cyclones. As I mentioned earlier, since 2004, Baldwin leads this series 11-8. Played every year since 04. But Ottawa's won 4 straight. Here's Vink to throw once again. McCullough makes a nice diving grab on the near sideline. He's going to be down about the 26-yard line, but what a grab by Aiden McCullough. Another nice pass from Zeton Vink. His offensive line's giving him time to throw back there, and this is a little bit different than what we saw last year from the Cyclones. Is they just ran the ball. Didn't have any passing yards a year ago. Off to a good start here. Here's Sims. They fake it to him. He's going to get dragged down. Is Vink in the backfield. That's Jack Harvey. Gets into the backfield and drags Vink down. That's the first tackle for loss from either game so far here for the Bulldogs. It's our senior leader, Jack Harvey, coming in from his outside linebacker spot. Was not fooled by the play action one bit and sets up a second down and very long here, about 16. Fink's going to take the shotgun snap, look to throw it once again. Now a quarterback draw as he pulls it down. It's a nice job right there. Jack Harvey grabbed onto the legs of Vink and didn't let go. 54, Hank Beard also in there, the 5'10 junior. Ottawa putting together a third really nice drive here. Got to the red zone each of their first two possessions, kicked a field goal, and then scored a touchdown. Vink's going to have an empty backfield here. He gets pressured up the middle from O'Connor, throws it late, and oh man, they're going to throw a penalty flag on Harvey. He was in coverage there on Nate Sims. Vink kind of threw that one up off his back foot because he was being pressured by O'Connor right up the middle. Looks like they're going to get Harvey for a pass interference. That's going to be a big call because it was 3rd down and 13. It will be pass interference on the Bulldogs. Coach Lisher doesn't like it, but it's a tough play for Harvey. He's kind of face guarding Sims. He ran by a little bit, but the ball was underthrown, so it's hard to fault Harvey for kind of getting between Sims and the ball. Going to move this thing all the way down to the 15-yard line. Fresh set of downs, a 1st and 10 from the red zone once again for the Cyclones. Second penalty of the game for Baldwin. Ottawa's got 2. It's McGrath up top by himself. Now Sims is going to join him on the top. They'll hand it off to Sylvie, and he'll be tackled immediately. It's Jake Van Horn. Big D tackle in there. Davidson there as well. Those are your 2 leaders on the defensive line there. Davidson, Jake Van Horn. Dylan Williams also. Really good player in there. Approaching 8:20 and counting in the first half. Sims is alone on the near side at the bottom. But Vink's going to roll the other way to the left. He's looking towards the end zone for McGrath. It was overthrown. Casey Hamrick in coverage. Pretty good coverage that time from the Bulldogs in the back end. Hamrick stayed attached to McGrath. See both teams kind of their philosophy usually when they want to throw the ball, they like to get their quarterback out and rolling around to the outside, give him the option to run or pass. Vink is kind of similar to Harvey, that he can make some plays with his feet, but he likes to throw the ball. And we'll see. Yeah, they're going to wave off the flag and give the timeout to Ottawa. It looked like they were going to get called for a delay of game, but instead the second charged timeout to Ottawa. Give me a chance to tell you the Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you in part by Maley & Sons Construction, a family-owned and operated company specializing in commercial construction along with high-profile residential clients. If you're looking for steady year-round work done locally in the KC metro area with advancement opportunities, then check out Maley & Sons Construction. Email Danielle at maleyandSons.com to learn more. Baldwin got the opening kickoff, and their first possession of the game turned it over on a fumble. 4 plays and a fumble, and then Ottawa then kicked a 26-yard field goal. Baldwin a 3 and out, 11-yard touchdown pass. Vink to McGrath. That has us where we stand at 10-0. Baldwin had to punt the ball away in their third possession as well, and here we are. 3 out of 3 on red zone trips is Ottawa. I should say 2 of 2. They got their third trip right here. Third down and 11, though. It's a big play for Baldwin. See if they can't hold them to another field goal and keep this game kind of close. Let themselves have a chance to get back in here. Vink's going to send Sims in motion across him. He's going to fake it to him. He's going to throw it up towards the end zone. McCullough's going to have to make a play, and he made a really nice effort on it. Tried to one-handed grab on the sideline. Couldn't bring it down. And the field goal unit's going to trot out here for Ottawa. 8:08 remaining in the first half. Another nice job defensively that time. Kind of a red zone stand for the Bulldogs defensively. As long as he can bend and not break defensively, it's one of the philosophies that winning football teams have. Navarro, he's been really good, though, the kicker for the Cyclones. He was 6 of 6 last week in extra points. He's already got a 26-yard field goal. Now this is going to be a 31-yard field goal. Up and in, 13-0. The Cyclones lead it here. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner-broker Steve Pittman, Associate Broker Kim Bergen, Realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and Realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
Back here in Baldwin, 13-0. Ottawa leads it as they will pooch this thing away, and Landry Quick going to make the catch and get pounded down about the 35-yard line. That's where Baldwin will take over with their fourth offensive possession. Fumble, a punt, and a punt. See if they can't get something going here. 13-0, they trail at 8:01. Here we go, Baldwin breaking the huddle. They'll start from their own 35-yard line. Got trips near side. Harvey's in the shotgun. He's got, I believe that's Frost next to him. It's actually Landry Quick that's in the backfield, but Harvey's going to launch this one deep, and he had a man, just overthrew him by about a step or two. Was right or nigh on that far side. He had a step on the defender. Harvey just couldn't put enough air under that and drop it in there. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I like. You got to take some deep shots like that, take the top off of the defense. They got number 4, Nate Sims, on the back end at safety. He's pretty quick, but you still have to make him defend. Williams going to come in motion. They'll fake it to Williams. The play gets blown dead. A flag on the far end. It'll look like a false start on Baldwin. That's third penalty of the game for the Bulldogs. Just can't shoot yourself in the foot like that. It's already second down and 10. Make it second and 15. Baldwin a year ago in this matchup, they had 465 yards. They were humming. They had 324 of that on the ground, 141 through the air, scored 20 points. That was a very high-scoring game last year, and now it's starting to get a little choppy. Another flag thrown in the backfield. And they're actually going to give Baldwin the timeout. So that'll be their first charged timeout of the game. Gives me a chance to tell you to save the date for the Baldwin City Chamber Golf Tournament coming up on Saturday, September 23rd at Baldwin City Golf Course. The tournament is a 2-person scramble with food, drinks, prizes, so get your team registered or become a sponsor at BaldwinCityChamber.com. Sounds like a lot of fun. Saturday, September 23rd, Baldwin City Golf Course. Get your 2-person scramble and get out there and win some prizes. So after the timeout, it's going to be second down and 15 for Baldwin. 7:53 remaining first half. They trail it 13-0. Looking to get something going offensively. Fake it to Williams and throwing to O'Connor over the middle. He brings it in. It's dragged down, but not before the Bulldogs have a first down. Move the chains, a gain of 12. Harvey to O'Connor. It's one of the keys coming in here is having some targets for Harvey emerge. As we mentioned before, no Grosvenor, no Darnell. They had almost 60 catches in between them last year. And so you're looking for some guys to step up and have that kind of production. O'Connor's wearing that number 88. He's a big boy, 6'1", 215 sophomore. See if he can't replicate that a little more often. Here's Ethan Williams on a jet sweep. It's tackled down for about a gain of 2. Williams ran the ball a couple of times last week for 9 yards. Had 2 catches for 4 yards. A game that Baldwin just couldn't get much going offensively. A really good Eudora team. Ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw last week. Eudora is going to have a great record this year. Again, they were 8-2 a year ago. They're going to be a really good team this year. Here we are, second down and 8. It's going to go to Landry quick, and he's pretty quick up the middle. He's break free for about 11-yard gain out to the Ottawa 40-yard line, and a second straight first down for Baldwin. Landry Quick, a 5'10 freshman, had 3 carries at Eudora. Him and Creighton Frost, they're going to be sharing the carries tonight. No Cody Buck. It's the 5'9 senior. Sounds like he got hurt earlier in the week, so they are certainly missing him. Here's Ethan Williams again. They'll fake the jet sweep. Harvey's looking deep. Now he's going to pull it down, try to get anything. Gets back to the line of scrimmage at least. Nice job by the Ottawa defensive line. They haven't got a ton of pressure on Harvey when he's dropped back to throw, but they've contained him, and that's something you really got to do. Because anybody that's watched Baldwin before, They know their leader, their main weapon is going to be Jack Harvey, their quarterback, but sometimes likes to run the ball a little bit more than throw it especially until he can build up some trust in some of these playmakers on the outside. It's Reichard lining up near side wide. They'll fake it to Quick, and he's looking this way. It's O'Connor, the intended target. Falls incomplete. It was a step or two out in front of Brendan O'Connor. Pretty good coverage that time from Ottawa. Zach Winter, number 7, the 5'9" senior linebacker. Step for step with O'Connor. Baldwin's across midfield for the first time, however, here on the Ottawa 40-yard line. They've got a 3rd down and 10. Big play here. See what they can muster together. You got to at least get half of it, and that's not going to help as Ethan Williams jumped the snap a little bit. It's going to be a false start. Back Baldwin up 5 yards. So what was a 3rd down and 10 becomes a 3rd and 15. Harvey looking to the sideline for the play. 5:31 to go here in the opening half. Jack's going to roll this way. He's going to find Reichard about the 40-yard line. It's hit immediately. Gets about half of the yardage back. It's gain of 6. Bring up a 4th down and 8. A nice job by Harvey that time, just taking what the defense gives him. At times he tries to force the ball downfield. And nothing wrong with that, obviously. You just don't want to throw interceptions. Turn the ball over. You got a nice drive going here, and smart play. Just take what they give you, even on 3rd down. You know you're going for it here on 4th down. Rolls to the right. He looks for right or nigh, and he almost brought it in. It was off of his hands. Just out in front of him, maybe a little bit too far, but a good decision thrown to him by Jack. He was open. Couldn't make the connection. So Baldwin's going to fumble, punt, and a turnover on downs, but this possession by far, a couple 1st downs has been their best one offensively. Let's see if they can't hold Ottawa here. Try to get one more possession before this half's over. 4:47 left. Great crowd here in Baldwin, Liston Stadium, both Baldwin and Ottawa. Obviously not that far away. Vink fakes the handoff and gets drugged down, loses his hat. Davidson came up with the ball. He was well down before that. No gain on the play. Van Horn might have been the first Bulldog in there. Just no wind at all tonight. Beautiful night. Not a cloud in the sky. Couldn't script it any better. This is going to be the backup quarterback in there now, Hayden Hull. Not sure if Vink picked up an injury or something, but we'll track that. Hayden Hull's going to get dragged down immediately and sacked. That was Jack Harvey coming off the edge. He faked the jet sweep and had Harvey right in his grill immediately. Another big tackle for loss for Harvey. Brings up a 3rd down and long, 17 to get to the sticks. Something Baldwin's going to have more and more of defensively is some negative plays. Try to get into the backfield and get some penetration. Because in that Eudora game, I mean, no tackles for loss, and Eudora was able to just matriculate it down the field 3 to 7 yards at a time. Hit him with play action over the top. Bulldogs have looked much better defensively here tonight. Fink's back in there. He's going to get hit from behind. That ball's loose. It's going to be picked up at the 10-yard line. Looks like Baldwin fell on it. It's still loose. And it's going to be Bulldog football inside the 10-yard line. Vink was hit from behind as he threw that football. Might have been Van Horn or Davidson. I didn't see who got in there and made the contact with him. Looks like Creighton Frost is limping off the field here. Hope he's okay. But a big turnover for the Bulldogs. They'll start this thing on the Cyclones' 6-yard line. Officials are talking about it, though. And you just hope if you're a Baldwin fan, they're not going to say this thing was incomplete. He was throwing the football. And they are going to say it was incomplete. Man, that's a bad break. Either way, it's going to bring up a 4th down and long. So Baldwin's going to get the football back. But, man, that would have been great starting field position at the 6-yard line. 3:43 left. And, you know, on first look, I thought it was probably going to be called incomplete. At the time, they let the play run and then talked about it afterwards. It looked like his arm was going forward, Vink, as he was hit. Either way, great penetration. Just got done talking about how Baldwin needs to force some more negative plays, and that they do. So Nate Sims going to punt this one away. That one almost went over his head. This isn't a great punt. It's going to drop down and, fielded by Baldwin dangerously at the 43-yard line. Looks like Ryder Nye picked that one up off the bounce. So a lot of excitement there, but it ends up just being a punt to the Bulldogs. First time they have held Ottawa, no points on a drive. They were 3 of 3 and now 3 of 4. Baldwin will start their 5th possession offensively. Fumble, punt, turnover on downs so far. Good starting field position, 43-yard line. On speed option, left side, Jack's got a lot of running room. He's getting out about to the 40-yard line of Ottawa. It's going to be a gain of about 16 yards. Gets it out into plus territory. Biggest run of the night for Harvey so far. Almost looks like Baldwin's kind of wearing down this Cyclone defense a little bit. Seeing a lot of hands on hips, maybe getting tired. See if they can't take advantage and get on the board before half here. Approaching 3 minutes to play. Sent Ethan Williams in motion. This time they'll give it to him on the jet sweep. Almost broke out of a tackle from Zach Winter. Winter able to drag him down for a gain of only 1, maybe 2. Stay tuned at halftime for the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Take a look at the first half recap, maybe give you a couple of stats here. We don't have our official statistician here in Bryce Kessler, but we'll do what we can. This time Ethan Williams is going to get dragged down for a loss. Threw a little bubble screen to him. Nothing doing out there. Host of Cyclones there, including Parker Googe. Another 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 coming up for the Bulldogs. Spread it out, 3 wide receivers. O'Connor, the wing. They'll give it off to Landry quick. Get about 3, maybe 4 yards. Make it a 4th down, a little bit more manageable position. 4th and 7, it looks like. Clock ticking down to about 1:20 and counting here. Second quarter. Just realized I haven't changed the quarter. It is second quarter, not first. If you've been following along, you don't need me to tell you that. Harvey's going to throw this one. It's going to go through the hands of Nye, but a flag comes in late. It was Aiden Finch there, the corner on the coverage, but I think they're going to get him for something here. Looked like he was there about when the ball got there, so maybe not pass interference, but let's see what they call. This will be a big penalty in Baldwin's favor. They can keep this drive going. That was 4th down. Personal foul, face mask on Ottawa. That is a big time penalty. That would have been a turnover on downs instead. Going to get a fresh set of downs for Baldwin. They'll march this thing 15 yards. We'll have first down and 10 approaching the red zone. Big penalty for Ottawa. Second time now they've been called for a face mask on what kind of looked to be a usual pass interference type play, but instead they've grabbed the face mask. Whistled for 15. So trips here near side. Landry quick in the backfield, flanking Harvey. Harvey will take the snap, run option left side, keep it, but it's going to get hit immediately by Parker Googe. Googe is the senior leader on this defense. I mentioned it earlier, but this is such a crazy stat. I'm going to say it again. First 3 games last year, he was averaging 20 tackles a game. And then he got injured, missed the rest of the year, but Ottawa was hoping from a full year from their senior leader defensively. 35 seconds now and counting. 2nd and 10. Harvey's going to roll out right side. He's going to look to the end zone for Nye. He's going to have to jump ball. Sims was back there defending and won that jump ball, knocked it to the ground. McCullough was also out there, the big 6'3" corner. It's kind of an out-and-up route from Ryder Nye. Harvey threw it up to him, gave him a chance at it. Falls harmlessly to the ground. 3rd down and 10 coming up. The 22, Baldwin really needs to get some points on this possession. 28 seconds left. Got 2 timeouts remaining. This time Harvey's going to try to fit one into Nye on a slant route. Falls incomplete once again. Harvey's still kind of searching for that main go-to weapon through the air. 4th down and 10 coming up. 25 seconds left. Need 10 for a first down, about 22 for a touchdown in Ottawa. They're going to take the timeout defensively. Be their 3rd and final timeout, and we'll take a quick 30-second break here. Be back on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back to Baldwin. 25 seconds left in the first half. Bulldogs trail this thing 13-0. Done a pretty good job defensively in the red zone. They've held Ottawa to a couple of field goals. They did have an 11-yard touchdown pass mixed in there, 13-0. Our score is a big 4th down and 10 play here. Harvey will take the snap. He's looking left side, now gets flushed out right, still looking for somebody. Now he's going to try to run it. He's going to get to the sticks and out of bounds. What a play from Jack Harvey. Felt some pressure coming from his backside, was looking left and then rolled right and figured he can just pull that thing down and get to the sticks. He's got it 1st down, 16 seconds remaining. He also got out of bounds. That was a great heady play from the Baldwin senior quarterback. Harvey's had a heck of a game defensively. Nice game offensively as well so far. A couple tackles for a loss for Jack. Got trips far side. Harvey's going to fake the handoff, throw it, into the end zone. It was overthrown, his intended target, Brendan O'Connor, and fell harmlessly to the ground, thankfully. There was nobody back behind there to pick that thing off. Harvey's going to be kicking himself for that one. I think O'Connor was breaking open. He just threw it over his head. A year ago, Harvey was 52% in terms of completion percentage, had 839 yards, 7 touchdowns, but 11 interceptions. Trying to improve on those numbers this year. Get a timeout before the play. Baldwin takes another timeout. That's their second. Trying to get this thing right. Only 13 seconds left in the first half. Kind of a choppy first half here. It's turned into the first quarter. Feel like it flew by, and then second quarter started, and quite a few penalties on each side. Officials had a couple discussions and kind of just turned a little bit choppy. Got the snapper and the holder getting some practice in here on the near sideline. Baldwin might want to attempt a field goal and at least get on the board here. 13 seconds left. Looks like Capel is the long snapper. Bryce Alford, backup quarterback's the holder, as they're, like I said, getting some snaps in. Maybe if this play, 2nd down and 9 play, doesn't go how the Bulldogs want it, they might attempt a field goal, but we'll see here. Like to punch it in here. Harvey looking left side on a slant route to Nye. He got hit hard by Sims. There's going to be a late flag that comes in as well. I think the official thought that was uncalled for. And looked like Sims might have got him a little bit late. Nine seconds on the clock. Feels like this last 2 or 3 minutes taking an eternity here in the first half. Don't go anywhere, though. As I mentioned, the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show's on deck. It's going to be penalty against Ottawa. It's, I think, going to be number 4. I might have missed one in there on Ottawa. We've really given Baldwin a couple of extra chances here. Especially that 4th down play. They had the face mask. It extended this drive for Baldwin. Now 9 seconds left. Still got a timeout in their back pocket. Crowd coming alive here at Liston Stadium. Harvey fakes this one. He's going to run it left side. He's going to get stopped short, and they're going to need to call a timeout. 3 seconds to go on the clock, and they stop it there with their final timeout. Lisher was out on the field. Now a late penalty flag comes in. Let's see what's going on here. That was well after the play when the official reached in, tossed that thing up. Unsportsmanlike. Let's hope it's not against the Bulldogs. It's going to go against Ottawa. Another costly penalty. Baldwin, they take their 3rd and final timeout. They're going to set up one last play. We're about to head into the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. It's 3rd down and 2. See what they decide to do, if they're going to try to get on the board with a field goal or try to punch this thing in. It's right about the 2.5-yard line is where this thing's spotted, left hash. If it's me, I'm just getting everybody out in front of Jack and see if he can't power this thing in the end zone. Get the freight train running downhill. Looks like the offense is going to stay out for Baldwin. 3 seconds left in the half, trying to get on the board. Once again, this Bulldog crowd coming alive at Liston Stadium. Creighton Frost to the left of Harvey. O'Connor, the wing, left side. Ethan Williams in the slot. Oh, that's a snap that goes through the hands of Harvey. He's getting chased now, and he's going to get dragged down around the 20-yard line. A big break there for Ottawa, as that was a snap that was hard to handle for Jack. Went over his head. He had to retreat, get that ball. So a disappointing end to the first half, but Ottawa goes into the half leading this thing 13-0. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back here in Baldwin. We are at the half. Let's welcome you into the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. A halftime show brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld in Baldwin City. Kelly and his team are there to help you protect what matters most. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting or stop by the new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street. See how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. So 13-0, we're at the half. Ottawa leads this thing as you see the dance team out there for Baldwin, entertaining the crowd. It's a good crowd on hand for opening night, Liston Stadium, first home game of the year for Baldwin. They got another one coming up next week. Stay tuned here on Baldwin Sports Live. Friday, September 15th, Lewisburg's coming to town. Lewisburg had a good year last year, 8-2. They're off to 1-0 start this year. I'm going to try get some area scores here at the half. I'm sure some of the other games. 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff there. Same story, different day. Lewisburg at Baldwin next Friday night. Right here in this one, do a little bit of a recap. In the first half, Baldwin, they won the toss, chose to receive the football, and kind of had a bit of a pedestrian first possession. Went 4 and out, if you will. They went for it on 4th down. They fumbled it. I honestly, I think it was ruled a fumble. Either way, it could have been a turnover on downs. It was an option play that the pitch was pretty parallel. I think they ruled it a backwards pitch, that it was a fumble recovered by Ottawa. That was the first possession of the game for Baldwin. And then they drove down all the way to the red zone. Baldwin held up, though. They forced a 26-yard field goal from Navarro. Got Ottawa started 3-0, and then a 3 and out from Baldwin led to a 11-yard touchdown pass from Vink to McGrath that made the score 10-0. Then another punt, so fumble, punt, punt on the first 3 offensive possessions for Baldwin. Forced a 31-yard field goal that made the score what it is now, 13-0. But those 2 field goal possessions were big ones as we look back on the first half. Here, Baldwin able to not allow Ottawa to get in the end zone. That's very big. That's something different that we haven't really seen a lot from the Bulldogs, kind of that bend, don't break mentality defensively. Ottawa also, they have a really good kicker. That's part of the reason why when they get down there, they're totally comfortable. Jasu Navarro is a 5'7" senior, and they're comfortable kicking with him. He's had a 26-yarder, 31-yarder, and looked like he could have made it from a lot longer on each of those, but that's where we're at. So a couple of punts on the offensive end, then a turnover on downs in the 4th offensive possession. The 5th one, though, this one right before the half, that's the one that you're going to circle for Baldwin if you're looking to look for some positives and take something away from the first half. Was they had a long drive. Ottawa, they gave them a few extra opportunities on some big-time penalties. Ottawa's, I got them clocked at 6 penalties so far. A couple of those have been costly. On 4th down, they're about to stop the Baldwin Bulldogs, but 4th down face mask kept the drive going. They got all the way down to the 2-yard line there before that 3 seconds left snap went over the head. Jack Harvey had to run it down. By the time he did, he got swallowed up by the Cyclones. So a disappointing end there to the first half, but overall, Baldwin doing a pretty good job holding Ottawa to 13 points. Of course, they had their season high points last year, did the Cyclones in this matchup, 68 points a year ago. And so far cry from that here tonight, 13-0. Cyclones lead it. We'll take a break here, come back with more on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime report.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here at the half, 13-0. The Cyclones lead the Bulldogs here in the home opener for Baldwin. Trying to find you some area scores here at the half. It's Lewisburg 21, Paola 12. It's Paola at Lewisburg tonight. Looking through some of the other area scores here. Of course, we don't have Bryce here tonight. That's why I'm trying to kill some time in our stats segment, because he's got the stats computer. Of course, he's off doing Lord knows what. But we miss Bryce. Hope to have him back with us next week. Looking for some other scores here. I can't find any, but some of the other area games going on I can tell you about. Paola at Lewisburg. I mentioned that one. Lewisburg leads that thing at the half. Wellsville, they're hosting Iola tonight. Bishop Ward hosting, I'm not sure, I didn't write that one in there, but Bishop Ward's playing at home tonight, I can tell you that. Osawatomie at Anderson County, that's another area game. Santa Fe Trail at Prairie View. Eudora going to Bonner Springs tonight. We just saw Eudora and how good of a team they are. Oh, Lord. Eudora, they got a 48-0 lead going into halftime. I mean, at Bonner Springs. And I can tell you firsthand how good of a team Eudora is. They, like I mentioned earlier, won 8 games a year ago and lost those 2 games by a total of 8 points. They lost by 1 in overtime to Lewisburg in the regular season, then dropped their playoff game by 7. But they brought back a lot of guys, and they're going to be a good football team this year. As far as the schedule for Baldwin's concerned, I mentioned Lewisburg coming to town next week, and then the following Friday night, September 22nd, we'll go to Santa Fe Trail. Santa Fe Trail, they're at Prairie View tonight. Again, we're going to try to get some scores for you around the area. Looks like Spring Hill is off to a 28-10 lead in their game. They're on the road. I didn't catch who the home team was there, but Spring Hill out in front in their game. Okay. Either way, you can check out varsitysportslive.com. That's your website. That's your number one go-to. Go ahead right now. Go there, bookmark it. You can find all of our schedules and all the area games and on all of our channels across our sister stations here. Of course, you're tuned into Baldwin Sports Live, but we got a lot of area schools. Spring Hill, Sports Live, Paola, Sports Live. I mean, I think we even added a couple this year. Eudora Sports Live getting their broadcast underway this week. First time for Eudora on our channels, but varsitysportslive.com. That's all you got to remember. Like I said, go there, bookmark it. And like we've said before, you can even find some games, not necessarily football, but maybe some volleyball, soccer games from your school. If they're on the road going to one of our sister station schools, you can get on there and maybe catch Baldwin playing at Paola or at Spring Hill or something like that. And so if we don't carry it, one of our other stations across our networks might be carrying it. So go to varsitysportslive.com and check everything out there. As for right here, we are at the half, 13-0. Ottawa leads it. We're going to take another break here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services Halftime Show and be back for more from Liston Stadium here. You're watching Bulldog Football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs. The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner-broker Steve Pittman, Associate Broker Kim Bergen, Realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and Realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
Welcome back here to Baldwin. Been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services Halftime Show brought to you by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call at 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they'd love to support you and your financial future as well. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's your future. Let's protect it. One more quick break here on the halftime show, and we'll come back with the second half kickoff here. You're watching Bulldog Football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
All right, welcome back. Getting you all set to start the second half of action here. Got about a minute and a half on the halftime clock. Apologize for the clock down there. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a reflection or something on the glass. Unfortunately, we're shooting in the booth here through the glass tonight, but happy to be with you here on Baldwin Sports Live. I believe this is our third year of Baldwin Sports Live, and happy to be a part of it here for the third year. Officials are going to let this thing count all the way down to 0 before they let the teams back out there. Mentioned some of the upcoming broadcasts for the Bulldogs. I'll put those up on the screen right here. As I mentioned, Lewisburg coming to town next week, next Friday night, 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff, and then we head to Santa Fe Trail, 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kick, and there's that website, varsitysportslive.com. Get on there and check out all of our upcoming broadcasts. All right, second half getting ready to get underway here. Baldwin won the toss and chose to receive the football in the first half, so Ottawa's going to get the ball to start half number 2. Ottawa had 4 offensive possessions, scored on 3 of those 4. This thing's going to get muffed around back there, eventually picked up. It's Mitch Long on the return, takes it out to about the 24-yard line. That's where Ottawa will start drive number 5. As I mentioned, 3 for 4 scoring. Their only punt was the 4th possession. Six penalties for Ottawa, only 3 for Baldwin. A couple of those penalties have helped extend some drives for the Bulldogs as well. So here's Ottawa offensively. Zeton Vink, the senior quarterback, he'll hand it off to Dante Sylvie, the junior. Makes a couple shifty moves, gets about 3 on the play. Baldwin student section trying to come alive and help out this defense, get a big stop. Gonna have a 2nd down and 6. Mentioned earlier, big crowd on hand. Both Baldwin and Ottawa. This rivalry continues. 4 straight wins in this game for Ottawa. That time Sylvie's going to be stacked up by that right side of the defensive line. Dylan Williams coming out of there pretty fired up. Looks like Ottawa's got a man down and injured. So they'll take a look at him, and I'll tell you, Brad, I already put up our upcoming schedule. I'll put that up one more time just so you see it. You can find our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Maple Weekly, your local weekly newspaper with the latest community news and events, feature stories, local sports, history, and more. Subscribe for only $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Subscribe now to your local weekly newspaper at baldwinmaple.com. Can't get a number on the injured Cyclone. Now I'm seeing it. It's the running back, Sylvie, number 11, who got tackled down hard. He's going to limp off the field under his own power, though. That's good to see. We'll see who's going to get the majority of the carries there with Vink in the backfield. See if they put Sims in the backfield. Hasn't really been anybody that got any more than a couple carries besides Sylvie and Sims and Vink, the quarterback. Ottawa's going to spread it out, trips up top. Vink's going to roll that way. He's going to look for his man and overthrow everybody. Knapp and McCullough were both over there in the area. Vink overthrew everybody. Big 3rd down stop there, and Baldwin's going to force another punt. 2nd straight punt they're going to force here. Nate Sims will be the punter. Looks like Tucker Flory back to receive this, along with Max Harvey. Good snap. Sims takes his time, gets the punt away. This is dangerous. Got to get away from it if you're Baldwin. Bouncing around. That was actually Ryder Nye, not Max Harvey, that was out there. So 1st and 10 for Baldwin as that punt gets down to about the 36, 37-yard line. So 3 straight scoring possessions for Ottawa to start the game. Now 2 straight punts. This game remains 13-0. Baldwin a chance to march down the field and get the first points of the game on the board. Scored 20 in this matchup a year ago, lost 68-20. Really shot themselves in the foot early last year and had a deficit. Harvey's going to drop back to pass on 1st down. He's looking here near side. He's got Ethan Williams, but a nice play being made by Ottawa. I think that was Sims, and it was Nate Sims, the sophomore. I talked about him in the open. I've mentioned him several times. He is their best player, a playmaker, and what a play he made there. That was a pretty good pass from Harvey, right on target, and man, that was quite the play from Sims. He just out-battled Ethan Williams for the football, and an unfortunate interception there. You can't fault Harvey, though. He's just trying to make a play. That'll be the 2nd turnover of the game for Harvey. Had a fumble on an option play. First possession of the game, and now first possession of the second half. Gets picked off and gives it right back to Ottawa. Start from their own 34. 1st and 10 here. Vink will take the snap, getting pressured from the backside. Hit as he throws, and Flory had a chance on the back end at that one. Intended target was Nate Sims. There's a couple of Bulldogs getting in there and pressuring Vink, though. Something Baldwin has had some success with is that D-line, the linebackers. Harvey's gotten in there and got a couple tackles for a loss. There's a couple of Bulldogs in the face on the backside of Vink that time as he tried to get rid of it. This time they'll empty it out. 5 wide receiver spread. Sims coming in motion. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep going up the far side of the field. He's got a lot of running room, and he has a nice gain of about 8 yards. Gonna make this thing 3rd down and very manageable, 3rd and 2. Nice play call on 2nd down. I think any time you can get Nate Sims involved, it's going to be a good play call. Baldwin looked like they jumped on the D-line, but no snap. Vink's in a pistol set. Spin and hand it off. Dante Silvey back in there. Good to see him back from limping off the field a couple plays ago. He's got enough for a 1st down, a couple more out to the Baldwin 47-yard line. Excuse me, Ottawa 47. First and 10 from the 47-yard line. Silvey's going to flank Vink to the left, spread formation. Knapp comes in motion. They'll fake it to him, and now Vink's going to get pressured and kind of just flips it off to Silvey. Says, here, you take it. Either way, it's going to end up for a loss. Baldwin doing a great job once again as Harvey, he trots off the field. That left arm, he's kind of holding it a little gingerly. Comes over to the trainer. Hopefully Jack's going to be all right. Another tackle in the backfield for Baldwin, though, has this thing 2nd and 12 from their own 45. Ottawa, snap's going to be blown dead. Vink had a little trouble with the snap, so lucky for him it was blown dead, but unlucky for him, it's going to be a false start on Ottawa. Penalty number 7 is what I got on the Cyclones, and that was kind of an issue last week as well. I don't have an official count how many penalties they had in that game against Atchison last week, but I mean, that was a pretty wild game. Both teams had a lot of penalties, a lot of points, a lot of turnovers, just a lot of everything happening. Ottawa dropped that game 48-42 at home, so each team 0-1 coming in here tonight. Bink's going to look up to set another screen to Sylvie. Gets a nice block. Makes another man miss. That was Van Horn, and he made miss. Gets out close to the original line of scrimmage. Set up about a 3rd down and 10. As the clock ticks under 8 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Get a timeout on the field. I believe Ottawa took that timeout. No, actually, we got a injured player on the field here. Looks like somebody's cramping up on the near sideline around the 40-yard line. So a quick break in the action here. Ottawa leading this thing 13-0. Chance here to tell you about one of our great sponsors, Baldwin Sports Live, brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. If you're looking for a great job with a growing family-owned company right here in Baldwin City, check out Rice Precision Manufacturing. Always looking to add the next great member to their team, including positions for skilled CNC machinists and CNC operators, excellent pay, competitive benefits, a climate-controlled work environment, and a friendly support staff dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Send an email to jobs@rice-precision.com to learn more. So the injured Bulldog, I think it's Casey Hamrick, number 6, who is getting some extra attention on the sideline, getting some fluids in him. He was just cramping up at the 40. Hopefully he'll be all right. Meanwhile, Ottawa's going to run this thing up the middle on 3rd down and long. Get about 4. It's going to bring up 4th and 5. A decision to make for the Cyclones. They've got some pretty decent field position here, and I think they're going to choose to punt this thing away and try to pin Baldwin deep. Another good defensive possession here from Baldwin. This will be the 3rd straight punt they forced after 3 straight possessions with scores. Sims gets this punt away. Coming up to field it and muffing it. Tucker Flory, but a heads-up play that time. Baldwin jumps right on the football. Max Harvey was the one that jumped on that thing. And boy, that was a risky play from the freshman Tucker Flory, kind of coming up on the run, trying to field that punt. Got to be careful there. But a heads-up play from Max Harvey, another freshman, keep the possession with Baldwin. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Still looking for their first points of the game. Harvey's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself, get hit immediately. Colin Harris, first Cyclone in the backfield, and Harvey was able to get out past line of scrimmage, got about a yard to the 25, 2nd down and 9 now. This is an Ottawa defense that gave up quite a few yards last year to Baldwin. 465 total yards as the Bulldogs came away last year. Here's Harvey running left side. He'll keep it, get back to the line of scrimmage. Ottawa doing a nice job containing the quarterback runs from Harvey. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Baldwin had 4 punts last week, 2 turnovers on downs, and 1 interception to go along with that 1 touchdown. Harvey's going to take the shotgun snap, look to throw it near side. That's Ryder Nye with the hookup, and he's going to be out close to a Baldwin first down. I think they're going to give it to him. So a nice third down and long conversion there for the Bulldogs, and they keep this drive moving. Harvey to Nye, about a 10-yard gain and a Baldwin first down. It's kind of a connection that's starting to brew there. Harvey to Nye. Shotgun once again. Here's Creighton Frost. He barrels ahead. About 3 or 4 yards after contact that time. He was first contacted in the backfield, but freshman able to get out rumble for a positive gain. 5'10", 225-pound freshman, Creighton Frost. Baldwin's taking their time as well. They're milking this clock down, using the entire play clock. That was one of our keys to the game as well, is have some longer possessions and maybe chew some of this clock up and let a team that put up 68 on you last year not have the ball more times than not. Frost gets another carry, and now the ball's on the ground. I think Ottawa jumped on it. We'll see if that ball was out. It was, and it's going to be Ottawa Cyclone football. It's the freshman. Fumbles it away and turns it over. That's the third turnover of the game for the Bulldogs. And that was a possession where Baldwin seemed to be getting some positive gains, moving the ball, got a first down. Now turn it over on their second fumble of the game. It was also one of our keys of the game. Limit penalties, limit turnovers. They've had 3 penalties and now 3 turnovers. Here's Vink. He's got a lot of running room. On left side, he steps through a tackle, and he's out to the 10-yard line, dragged out of bounds by Flory at about the 8, maybe 7-yard line. And immediately after the change of possession, Ottawa comes with a big chunk play. They get inside the 10, first down and goal from the Baldwin 7-yard line. Baldwin's forced 3 straight punts going back to the first half. They've held Ottawa to field goals on 2 of their 3 red zone trips. Trying to do the same here. They're going to have first down and goal from the 7-yard line. Fink takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Sylvie. He's running hard through the interior of that line. Gets down to about the 3-yard line. Gain of 4. Bring up second down and goal. Baldwin's shown offensively they can move the football a little bit tonight, but just have been shooting themselves in the foot with some turnovers, halting some of these nice-looking possessions. As we stand 13-0, Cyclones lead it here on the road. Vink's going to hand it off once again to Sylvie, and that ball's loose. I think he might have been down. Whistle went. Boy, that would have been a break for the Bulldogs. Ian Bryan's kind of limping a little bit. Hopefully he's all right. A couple Bulldogs starting to get banged up here. Had a physical game last week at Eudora. This has been another physical game as Vink now goes up under center to take this thing. He's going to quarterback sneak it into the end zone for a Cyclone touchdown. Makes it 19-0 now. And they'll send Navarro on for the extra point. So Vink had a touchdown run, a 1-yard touchdown run last week, and has another one here as the quarterback sneaks it in. Jasu Navarro. It's been perfect so far. On to attempt the extra point. It is up and it is good. It extends the Ottawa lead 20-0 You're watching Bulldog football here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Back here on Baldwin Sports Live, Cyclones lead this thing 20-0. They get set to kick this thing back to the Bulldogs. Navarro sends it deep. It's going to be Ryder Nye taking it. No, it's Casey Hamrick on the return. Gets swallowed up around the 30-yard line. Baldwin get their third possession in the second half. They've thrown an interception and then fumbled it away on their first two possessions of this half. Shooting themselves in the foot a little bit too often right now. Harvey leads the crew back out. He's got Frost to his right. He'll fake it to Frost, keep it himself. He's got a little bit of running room up the middle. Here we go, Jack. He cuts it out right side. He's at the 40. Could be a foot race to the end zone. 25-15. He's getting caught by Sims from behind and dragged down at the 5-yard line. But what a run from Jack Harvey. Snuck through the middle of that line and then busted it out to some wide open area on the right side. Nice play, though, from Nate Sims running him down. I told you about the sophomore's speed, and we know Jack's quick. So to run him down, that was a nice touchdown saving tackle at the 5-yard line. By far, biggest play of the game offensively for the Bulldogs, and they're going to have themselves a first down and goal from the 5-yard line. It's your senior leader right there, igniting this team, igniting the crowd. See, O'Connor's the wing right. Jack's looking right side for O'Connor. This thing's going to be picked off and coming the other way. That's Zach Winter, and going to be ridden out of bounds by Harvey, as Jack had to turn around and make a touchdown-saving tackle of his own. He stared down his target, Brendan O'Connor, that time, and Zach Winter jumped that thing, and third straight turnover. Hopefully Jack's all right. He's bent over on the sideline and getting some attention. But he had to make that play on Zach Winter. Otherwise, that might have been a pick six. It's just a tough break for Baldwin after that long run from Harvey to get him down there. First down and goal, and throws the interception. Winter able to undercut that out route. So 2 interceptions and a fumble tonight from Harvey, and that takes away from what's otherwise been a pretty good game from him. He had that big run, and then defensively he's played really well. Also, a couple tackles behind the line. I'll send Sims in motion, and he's going to put the ball on the ground. Now gets it back. Now the ball's out again, and I think Baldwin's jumped on this football. It's going to be back-to-back turnovers as the Bulldogs are back in business, baby. They'll take over at the Ottawa 36-yard line, it looks like. Sims had trouble with that ball all throughout. They sent him on a jet motion, and that snap was a little bit late, and so couldn't quite get it to him on that jet play. He was able to pick it up cleanly, but first contact, that ball squirted right back out. I didn't see who recovered it. I think it was Casey Hamrick on the back end. But wow, what a big break for Baldwin after throwing the pick, getting down to the 5-yard line. They get the ball right back from a Sims fumble. They are back in business. Harvey's got Frost to his left. He'll give it off to Creighton. He's contacted immediately. Look like Tommy Evans in there, the D lineman, getting the first contact. Cleaned up by Cole Callahan, the 6'1 senior. Now a Cyclones stayed down, injured on the ground. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, a one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres located within a quarter mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your dream property with Hayden Outdoors. $20-0. Ottawa leads this thing. Game's taking pretty wild turns left and right. Jack had that huge run that got the Bulldogs down to the 5-yard line, and then very next play threw an interception. And then the very next play, Ottawa fumbled it right back to the Bulldogs. Here we are. Harvey from the shotgun throws right side. That ball almost got picked off as well. It was a dangerous throw. It was Keegan Reimer, the linebacker, out there defending that play. Another risky pass from Jack. Minute 3 to go here. Third quarter from Liston Stadium. Home opener for Baldwin. It's their fourth possession of the second half. Harvey's going to throw it right side. What a catch made there. It's Ryder Nye coming down with that thing. Inside the 25-yard line down to the 24. It's going to be enough for a Baldwin first down. A big 3rd down and 9 conversion that time for the Bulldogs. Once again, Jack looking the way of Ryder Nye, looking early in the season like he's going to be one of those guys to step up and be a weapon on the outside. You can tell Nye and O'Connor are his 2 favorite targets so far this year through the first couple of games. He's going to roll right side once again. He's going to look to double coverage in the end zone. That was very risky from Harvey, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Nate Sims once again making a play. The phenomenal sophomore talent for Ottawa has another interception, and that is the 3rd pick of the game thrown by Harvey. Can't really fault Jack a lot. He's trying to make a play out there, but that was double coverage in the end zone and very clearly forced. So a frustrating night continues offensively for Baldwin. They turn it over once again and give Ottawa a 1st down and 10 from their own 20. They'll throw a screen pass here to Nate Sims. They'll shimmy and shake, make a guy miss, and get all the way out to the 30-yard line. It's going to be enough for a Ottawa 1st down. It's part of some of what Sims can do there. They throw it to him right at the line of scrimmage, and a couple of guys, Hamrick had a chance to make a play. He was so shifty, makes a man miss, breaks another tackle, and gets out for a 1st down. Three interceptions and a fumble in that 3rd quarter offensively for Baldwin. Will switch ends of the field and bring you right back here. You're watching Bulldog football as they trail it 20-0 to Ottawa here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Back here live in Baldwin. Start of the fourth quarter. Ottawa leads this thing 20-0. First play of the fourth quarter gets blown dead. Got some laundry on the field. Be a false start on the Cyclones. Penalty number 8 of the game. Baldwin's only got 3 penalties, but they have turned it over now. I'm having to count here. I'm almost up to one hand. They've turned it over 5 times. 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles, also a turnover on downs. And then if you throw that possession right before the first half ended in there where they were down at the 2-yard line, snap went over the head of Harvey with 3 seconds to go, and so he had to run back, corral that thing, got tackled down, and the half expired. And a big opportunity did as well. Here's another screen pass to Sims. Capel and Harvey are out there, and Harvey drags him down. Makes a good form tackle that time, holds him maybe a gain of a yard. Slow to get up that time is Sims, but to his feet. Tell you what, Jack Harvey's limping around again, and he's going to jog off the field here. Ian Bryan replacing him. Harvey's played hard, had a lot of physical contact. He's a big boy, he's used to it, but he takes a lot of punishment. 6'2", 210-pound senior. Here's a throw looking for Sims near side. It's going to be underthrown by Vink. He had what looked like Davidson up in his face. Not able to really step into that throw. Tristan Capel on the coverage. It's Bryce Alford, the backup quarterback, who is getting loose on the near sideline. Well, that's concerning. Hope everything's all right with Harvey. Maybe just looking to get Alford some reps. He hasn't gone in the game yet, but he is warming up on the sideline. And some confusion offensively here for Ottawa as they'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them here on Baldwin Sports Live. It's 20-0. Ottawa leads this thing. We'll be right back here with some Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here in Baldwin, first play out of the timeout. Vinks rolling to his right. He throws back left side. He's got a man, Aiden McCullough, who has acres of green grass out there. He's out across the 50 to the Baldwin 40-yard line before he's finally dragged down. That was a nice play call and a great setup there from the Cyclones. Rolled their quarterback out right side, set up a screen pass to the left. They like to run screen passes. They've run a handful a game. They execute them really well and really pick and choose the right times to incorporate those screen passes, get the defense rushing upfield, toss it right over them. Aiden McCullough, the 6'3 sophomore, has had himself a nice ball game. This time they'll give it off to Sylvie, the running back. He's going to be stacked up right there at the line of scrimmage. Dylan Williams, looked like he was first man making contact. Van Horn, Davidson in there as well. Somebody has stayed down on the ground for Baldwin. Actually, yeah, that was Davidson on the sideline. He runs in now. It's like it's 54, Hank Beard was the injured Bulldog. He was in on that tackle. He comes off here. They'll take a look at him on the sideline. Split backs here. Sims, one of the backs in the backfield. They'll fake it to Sylvie, give it to Sims. He's coming near side here. He's got a lot of running room, and he's going to turn on the jet, step through a tackle, and step into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Cyclones. Sophomore Nate Sims weaves his way into the end zone and makes it a 26-0 Ottawa lead. Navarro is going to come on once again, attempt the extra point. Perfect so far this year. Extra point is up and through. 28-0. Ottawa leads the Bulldogs here on the home opener for Baldwin. You're watching Bulldog football here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner broker Steve Pittman, associate broker Kim Bergen, realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and realtor Douglas Spradlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
$27-0, the Cyclone lead. I said 28-0 going to break, but my math is correct. It's 27-0. They'll kick it away here. Squib kick taken by one of the up men. Baldwin, that's Creighton Frost. Gets a pretty good return out to the 43-yard line. That's where Baldwin will take over. Offensively, this will be their 5th possession of the second half. The first 4 have all been turnovers, and it's good to see Jack Harvey jogging back out there. We saw the backup getting some reps, some warm-up throws on the sideline, Bryce Alfred. But Harvey back out there. 9:47 to play, fourth quarter. Harvey takes the snap. He'll give it to the freshman Frost. Gets corralled right at the line of scrimmage. Not much doing that time off right tackle. Harvey in the shotgun once again. Got Frost to his right. He'll hand it off one more time to Creighton Frost, and he's going to be dragged down in the backfield by Parker Gouge. He's their senior leader defensively, number 16. Sets up a 3rd down and 10 for Baldwin. Had a couple promising drives offensively, have the Bulldogs, just haven't been able to punch it in to the end zone once they've gotten down inside the 10 a couple of times. Frost to Harvey's right. Harvey's going to roll right side, looking for O'Connor over the middle. It's going to be a little too hot to handle. Ball incomplete. Bring up 4th down and 10. Let's see what Coach Lisher elects to do here. 4th and 10 from their own 43. Looks like send the punt team on. Nate Sims, the dangerous return man, back. Don't want to kick it to him. Baldwin's going to take their second timeout of the half. Talk this one over. Give me a chance to tell you that Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you in part by Maley & Sons Construction, a family-owned and operated company specializing in commercial construction along with high-profile residential clients. If you're looking for a steady year-round work done locally in the KC metro area with advancement opportunities, then check out Maley & Sons Construction. Email Danielle at maleyandsons.com to learn more. Second time out of the half for Baldwin. Let's revisit some of our keys to the game from earlier. One of those keys was to have some longer possessions. Baldwin's actually been pretty successful at that. Not a lot of 3 and outs, only a couple of them here, but a lot of turnovers. You see that number 3, limit penalties and turnovers. They've had a handful of turnovers, only 3 penalties on the game as opposed to I think 7 or 8 now for Ottawa, but Sims has been an issue as Harvey's going to punt this one away and keep it away from Sims. It's going to bounce out of bounds at the Ottawa 42-yard line. That's where they'll take over. 27-0, 8:07 left to go. It's game number 2 for Baldwin. Welcome Lewisburg to town next week. As for Ottawa, they got Paola coming to town next Friday night. Paola is at Lewisburg tonight, and they were down at the half. Let's see if we can't get some more area scores here brought to you. Ottawa's won this matchup for 4 straight years, and they are in control here for a 5th straight. Sims coming in motion near side. They give it to him on the jet sweep. Gets a nice block out in front by his running back, Sylvie, and now he be drugged down. Ethan Williams there along with Ian Bryan. Therefore, the stop, Hank Beard there as well. Split backfield this time for the Cyclones, Sims and Sylvie. They give it to the first man through, Sylvie, off left tackle, and a nice defensive play there. Ian Bryan along with Van Horn making the stop. Creighton Frost in there on the stop as well. This time they give it to Sims in the backfield. Be tackled down by a host of Bulldogs after a gain of 2 or 3. Gets it out to the Baldwin 40-yard line. Bring up third down in about 5. Let's see if Baldwin can't get a stop here. They're in that area of the field where Ottawa might be thinking about going for this thing on 4th down anyways. Clock ticking down, 5:45 and counting here. 27-0, Ottawa leads it. Fink that time faked it to Sylvie, kept it himself, only got a couple. Nice job by Baldwin to corral him down, about 3 yards short of the sticks, so 4th down. And about 3 from 38. See what Ottawa chooses to do here. They got a 27-point lead. Looks like Spring Hill 28-23 there. Up in their game. Oh boy, check on the Eudora score, 55-8. That one is winding down to the end. So I mentioned good Eudora team we saw last week. They're keeping it rolling this week, and this is another good run. And speaking of keeping it rolling, left side from Dante Sylvie. Gets the 4th down conversion. Sets up 1st down for Ottawa. Looking at the Paola-Lewisburg score. Paola down 35-20 in that one. So looks like Lewisburg's going to come away with a win in that game. That's an interesting matchup because each of these teams plays one of those teams next week. Of course, Lewisburg coming into Baldwin, and Ottawa's going to host Paola. Fink gives it off one more time. Here's Sylvie, steps out of a tackle. He's inside the red zone, inside the 10. It'll be 1st down and goal once again for the Cyclones. They just keep it rolling offensively. See Sims and Sylvie, they are shifty and hard to bring down. Break a lot of tackles. Meanwhile, Harvey's continued to kind of get looked at on the sideline. He's sitting out this defensive possession with, looks like the game out of hand now. Don't want to get your quarterback hurt. Fink turns, hands it to Sylvie once again. It's going to be stacked up about the 3-yard line. Ottawa trying to punch this thing in once again. Got 2 field goals and 3 touchdowns. Give them 27 points. Only turned it over once as opposed to Baldwin's 5 turnovers. And like I mentioned earlier, that possession right before the half. Baldwin really had a chance to punch it in, get some points from the 2-yard line, but wasn't to be. Vink keeps it this time and not going to go anywhere. Dylan Williams getting up off the ground. Nice job stuffing that play up. Now 2:40 and counting. Stay tuned for our post-game show here on Baldwin Sports Live. It'll bring you the Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. Fink's going to look to throw this one. He throws it behind his intended target, McGrath. Cole McGrath unable to make the adjustment, come down with it, so that brings up 4th down. Baldwin, they're going to bow up once again here inside their own 10, force another field goal attempt. There's a couple positives to take away from this thing for the Bulldogs. One of them is going to be that red zone D. Navarro is going to be on for his 3rd field goal attempt of the game. He's got a 26 and a 31-yarder. This will be about a 23, 24-yard field goal, a little chip shot for him, and that is up and in. Makes it 30-0. Ottawa leads this thing. You are watching Bulldog football here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Back here in Baldwin, Ottawa kicks this thing away. They lead it 30-0 as Landry Quick gonna take this kickoff return and be swallowed up. They'll spot him just shy of the 20-yard line. That's where Baldwin's gonna take over. This will be possession number 6 for the Bulldogs here in the second half. It's got an interception, fumble, interception, interception, punt so far. So not a lot doing here in the second half. They've shown some ability to move the football down the field and just can't finish off drives. Starting offense still out there for the most part, but got the backup quarterback, Bryce Alford, in there. He's going to hand this thing off. Number 44, Blake Hanna, the junior, getting the carry. Actually looks like a lot of the backups in there for Baldwin, I should say. $1.40 and counting here, fourth quarter. Looks like Ottawa's going to come away with their 5th straight victory over the Bulldogs. Go all the way back to 2004 to this series. 20 straight years now they've played, and Baldwin's still going to lead the season series since then, 11-9, but that gap has been closing in recent years. Another handoff for Blake Hanna. Gets back to original line of scrimmage, gain of a couple, out to the 20-yard line. Stay tuned after this one. We'll bring you your Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. Get you a little bit of a recap from this one. Don't have any official final stats for you. Maybe we'll get a drive summary, though, and get you out of here. Tell you about some of our upcoming broadcasts here on Baldwin Sports Live. Hannah's going to get a third straight carry, get driven back. It's a gain of about 3. That could be the final play in this one. See if Baldwin can't get one more off. Team starting to line up at midfield. And that looks like it's going to do it. This clock's going to count down to the end of the game. Ottawa shuts out the Bulldogs here in their home opener. They win this thing 30-0. We'll take a break here on Baldwin Sports Live. Come back and do our Player of the Game by Farm Bureau Financial Services. You've been watching Bulldog football here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Welcome back here inside Liston Stadium. The post-game show now. Ottawa won this game 30-0. Time now for the Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game, brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, insurance and investments, wealth management, and financial planning. Farm Bureau Financial Services is there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. Call today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. Quite frankly, not a ton of options for our Player of the Game. I'm probably going to get some grief from this from Bryce, but that's all right. I'm going to give the Player of the Game, if you will, to players of the game. That Dogs D-line, I don't have the official numbers, the official stats, but across the board there, they played really well, not only tonight, but in Game 1 as well. 2 of the 3 leading tacklers on the season. Jake Van Horn, number 52, a 6'4", 245-pound junior, had 7 tackles a week ago. Another great game here tonight. throw in 64. Dylan Williams, a 5'9", 185-pound senior, had 4 tackles week 1. Another good game here tonight as those two, along with Brett Davidson, the 6'3", 245-pound junior, had a really good performance up in the middle. And anytime Ottawa tried to run the ball right up the middle, they couldn't get a lot going. Baldwin, they pressured Ottawa several times when they tried to drop back and pass it. I'd even throw defensively Jack Harvey into this group as well, as he had a couple big tackles for loss. He got into the backfield a couple of times and forced some negative plays out of Ottawa, something that we haven't seen too much of from the Bulldogs. So that was something that was really nice to see. Baldwin playing in the other team's backfield a little bit when they're on defense. So Farm Bureau Financial Services player of the game is going to go to the Bulldogs defensive line. Brett Davidson, Dylan Williams, Jake Van Horn, one more time. Those 3 guys are beasts in there. And Baldwin's going to see some success. They're going to be a big, big part of that success. So take another break here on the post-game show, and I'll get you kind of the drive summary in this one, give you the final recap, tell you about some of our upcoming broadcasts coming up here on the channel, and then we'll get you out of here. You've been watching Bulldog football here, presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Back here in Baldwin, wrapping this thing up for you from Liston Stadium. Ottawa took this game at a final of 30-0. We'll take a look at the drive summary for each of these teams. In the first half, only 4 offensive possessions for Ottawa. They scored on 3 of those 4 possessions. However, a 26-yard field goal from Navarro gave them a 3-0 lead, and then a 11-yard touchdown pass from Vink to McGrath made it 10-0. Added a 31-yard field goal from Navarro to stretch their halftime lead, 13-0. Had a punt mixed in there as well. As for Baldwin in the first half, they had 5 offensive possessions as well. They started out with a fumble on a 4th down play that, quite frankly, they would have been a turnover on downs if it wasn't a fumble on an option pitch play. They then punted it twice, turned it over on downs, and then had their best possession of the first half. They drove it all the way down to the 2-yard line, had 3 seconds left in the half, and a bad snap over the head of Jack Harvey. He had to chase that thing down. Ended up getting tackled as time expired in the first half, so went to halftime 13-0 as the Bulldogs, they let their best chance there slip away from them. Ottawa received the second half kickoff. They had a couple straight punts in their 6 possessions in the second half, 2 punts and a 1-yard touchdown run to make it 20-0 from their quarterback Vink. The next possession, Sims fumbled it, and then he ended up making up for it, though. Had a touchdown run of his own. That made it 27-0. They added a 24-yard field goal from Navarro, who was perfect on the night, to make it the final score of 30-0. They shut out the Bulldogs, who they had 6 possessions in the second half as well. They did not go according to plan. They had 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions, a fumble, a punt, and then that last possession that ended the second half. So 30-0, Ottawa takes this one over the Bulldogs. Cyclones improved to 1-1. Baldwin now 0-2 as I'll flash our upcoming broadcast schedule up on the screen here. Is next Friday night, Lewisburg comes to town. 6:40 pregame show, 7 o'clock kickoff. Lewisburg at Baldwin, and then next Friday night we're going to Santa Fe Trail. 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kick there as well. That'll get you out of here. See there, you can go to varsitysportslive.com, find all of our broadcast schedules over all of our sister stations, including this one here, Baldwin Sports Live. This has been presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, a one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres located within a quarter mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour. Find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. I'm Ryan Hilmer signing off on Baldwin Sports Live. You've been watching Bulldog Football presented by Hayden Outdoors. One more time, a final score, Ottawa Cyclones 30, Baldwin Bulldogs nothing. We'll see you next week as Baldwin hosts the Lewisburg Wildcats.
You've been watching Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live is also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Hers Incorporated, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hometown Construction, Free State Realty, Absolute Painting, Gherkin Rental, Watco, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Maley & Sons Construction, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, the Maple Weekly, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce.